What happens when a rising sharpshooter finds himself suddenly on the trading block? What if a player you've come to rely on is quietly being shopped to another franchise, and you don't even know it yet? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we dig into every twist and turn in Laker land with a passion only true purple and gold fans can muster. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an insider update. Today's sizzling rumor centers around one of LA's most dependable wings, Rui Hachimura. Word on the street is that the Lakers are seriously considering moving him along with first-year guard Dalton Knecht in a package to acquire a bona fide all-star this offseason. That's right, Rui Hachimura out of the Lakers? Could it be true? Could our fiery forward, who's steadily grown into a key rotational piece, be the price we pay to bring back a game-changing veteran? According to a trade proposal laid out by NBA insider Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report, the Lakers could send Hachimura, Knecht, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, and an unprotected 2031 first-round pick to the Utah Jazz for 7-foot forward Lauri Markkanen last season's $195 million all-star, averaging 19.0 points and 5.9 rebounds per game over 47 contests. Markkanen's blend of shooting, size, and versatility would slot perfectly as a third option alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic, transforming LA's front court with legitimate stretch five capabilities. This isn't just another offseason rumor. It speaks to a deeper identity. Crisis in purple and gold. Do we double down on youth and upside, or do we prioritize proven talent to chase an immediate championship? Fans who have embraced Rui's scrappy defense and mid-range scoring wonder if the Lakers are sacrificing chemistry for splashy headlines. Others can't stop imagining Markkanen's catch-and-shoot barrage from the high post, the way he drifts into open space to knock down threes, and the spacing he'd instantly give a LeBron Doncic pick-and-pop attack. Could sending Hachimura away signal that the Lakers view him as expendable rather than essential? Is it possible that LA's brass sees Knecht fresh off a promising rookie campaign as a bargaining chip to land a more established veteran? Fans are wondering if this could be the beginning of a broader roster overhaul, one that shuffles not only the front court, but also reshapes bench roles and guard rotations. Some insiders believe that packaging multiple young assets is the only way to convince a team like Utah to part with a player of Markkanen's caliber, and that the Lakers are willing to pay the price to avoid another early playoff exit. Let's consider the stakes. Last season, Rui averaged a career-high 12.5 points and 4.2 rebounds in just 26 minutes per game, shooting 48.4% from the floor and providing stout perimeter defense against elite wings. His chemistry with LeBron, his willingness to take on challenging matchups, and his emergence as a reliable secondary scorer have made him a fan favorite. Could we be watching the abrupt end of that journey? Some fans on social media are lamenting the thought, Rui grew with this team, how could we just let him go? Meanwhile, a vocal minority is buzzing that upgrading to Markkanen would send a message to the league. The Lakers are all in and unafraid to make bold moves, of course. Markkanen isn't without his concerns. Injuries have dogged him throughout his career. He missed significant time in prior seasons with nagging leg issues, and his hefty contract, $195 million over 4 years, adds further complexity. The LA's salary cap puzzle. Could trading for such a big contract limit future flexibility? Is the gamble worth the reward? Lakers insiders close to the front office suggest they're weighing not only on-court fit, but also long-term financial ramifications, because one misstep could hamstring the team's ability to pursue big-ticket free agents down the road. And then there's the fan reaction. Imagine the roar at Crypto.com arena if the Lakers announced they're trading away a beloved young talent in exchange for a sharpshooter with all-star credentials. Would the crowd celebrate, believing the move elevates the team's title odds? Or would die-hard Laker Nation erupt in outrage over losing a player who epitomized grit and development? The social feeds are already aflame. Hashtags like #SavorUI and #AllInLaw are duking it out for dominance. Could the fanbase itself influence the front office's final decision? Is it possible that this rumor is just leverage? Some league observers theorize the Lakers could be floating this package to push other teams, like New Orleans for Jonas Valanciunas or Boston for Kristaps Porzingis, to match or top the offer. Could Hachimura and Knecht simply be the bait in a high-stakes calling war? Or will Utah be the frontrunner willing to pull the trigger? Some insiders believe the Jazz are quietly open to moving Markkanen's contract if they can secure both Draft capital and young contributors, believing a fresh start is best for the long term. Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear: this offseason narrative has captured the imagination of every Lakers fan. The possibility of Rui Hachimura landing elsewhere, of seeing him in a different jersey, triggers both heartbreak and excitement. Could this be the moment the Lakers pivot toward a win-now roster for LeBron's twilight years? Could it mark the beginning of Luka's era, supported by a polished veteran lineup? The layers of speculation run deep in every new tweet or insider update fans the Flames' higher dot. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe that while adding an all-star like Markkanen could supercharge our title pursuit, the loss of a homegrown, rising talent like Rui Hachimura might unsettle the locker room chemistry we fought to build. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat, because what comes next could redefine everything about this team's trajectory. Now that we've unpacked the seismic ripple effects of this blockbuster swap, sending Luka Doncic out and welcoming Daniel Gaffford into the purple and gold fold, let's dig into what this really means for the Lakers' identity on both ends of the floor. On paper, Gafford's rim-running, lob-catching skill set offers a tantalizing counterpoint to a perimeter-heavy roster. Standing 6'11" with a near 7.5-foot wingspan, he averaged 12 points, 6.4 rebounds, and an eye-catching point to blocks per 36 minutes last season. Could this be the defensive anchor the Lakers have desperately needed since trading Anthony Davis? Could his verticality and shot alteration ability cover up defensive lapses on the wing and free up LeBron to roam and wreak havoc on opposing offenses? Yet, fitting Gaffford into Frank Vogel's or Ty Lue's rotation will take more than just schematic creativity. Ty, he comes from a Maverick system predicated on off-ball movement, pick-and-roll spacing, and catch-and-shoot threes in Dallas. He operated alongside shooters like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Kyrie Irving. Here, his pick-and-roll partner is going to be D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves. How quickly can these backcourt creators learn to feed him in stride and defensively? Will Gafford's experience switching onto smaller, quicker wings in the Maverick scrambling scheme translate to the Lakers' more fundamental drop coverage principles? Some insiders believe that with elite athleticism comes the ability to adapt. But adaptation takes time, and the Lakers are already chasing chemistry, entering a critical playoff window. Meanwhile, trading away Luka Doncic is a seismic cultural shift. No longer will the purple and gold have an all-universe playmaker whose sheer gravity dragged defenders inward and burrowed open looks for role players. Instead, the onus returns to LeBron James and Anthony Davis to generate offense, whether through brute force in the post, transition negligence, or high IQ short rolls to Gaffford. Could this pave the way for a more traditional inside-out attack, forcing teams to choose between contesting AD's drop step or contesting Gafford's lob finishes? Or will the floor rubber band into tightly, collapsing on LeBron's drives and daring the Lakers to win purely through mid-range jabs and kickouts? Fan reaction has predictably been split on social media. The camps have emerged overnight, one celebrating the arrival of a defensive disruptor and rim protector, the other lamenting the loss of Luka's generational flair. Could this mean the Lakers are going old school, fewer fancy passes and more pick-and-pop sets? Asks one prominent podcast host. Is it possible that trading Doncic, even at peak trade value, signals a short-term win-now gamble that could backfire if Gaffford doesn't translate to knifing scoring in the playoffs? Many fans worry that unless the Lakers immediately coalesce, opposing offenses like the Suns' dual point guard motion or the Nuggets' Joker-centric orchestratio, and will run circles around a front court that, while physically imposing, lacks Doncic's ability to manufacture offense from nothing. There's also the salary cap dimension to consider. Gaffford arrives on a modest contract, 2 years and $40.2 million fully guaranteed, which affords LA some breathing room under the apron. That means the Lakers can still pursue a secondary free agent or use the mid-level exception to chase a 3-and-D wing without breaching luxury boundaries. Could this prudent financial maneuvering be the hidden genius of Pelinka and Harrison? By swapping a max salary for a medium-tier contract plus draft assets, LA preserves flexibility to address perimeter shooting or bench scoring areas that routinely flared up as problem spots in last season's playoff exit. Some insiders believe that this trade demonstrates a newfound willingness to balance star power with roster needs, stepping away from mega deals in favor of complementary construction. But let's not gloss over what the Mavericks receive. Doncic's combination of court vision, step-back mastery, and endless durability makes him one of the few true franchise-altering talents in the modern game. Why would Milwaukee or any contender roll the dice on trading away a skilled shot blocker? For a player of Luka's caliber, reports suggest the Lakers packaged significant draft capital alongside Russell and a future first-round swap to make the deal palatable. Could this be the moment LA finally leverages its historic allure and asset-rich position to secure transformative talent? Or will the loss of draft equity, especially in the loaded 2027 class, haunt the franchise if Gaffford, Reeves, or Russell fail to morph into reliable secondary stars off the court? The clubhouse dynamic shifts as well. Lakers veterans like Jard Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura now have a towering ally on defense, potentially alleviating the brutal physical demands that once fell disproportionately on their shoulders. But will Gafford's presence disrupt established chemistry? Will he, in effect, become the new center of gravity, centralizing rotations in a way that stifles the free-flowing motion, a fence the Lakers occasionally thrive on? Some coaches privately caution that injecting a dominant big into the mix can inadvertently slow pace, reducing opportunities for fast break points and spontaneous playoff runs. Could this paradoxically hamper the Lakers' famed run-and-gun identity? Looking ahead to the playoffs, matchups become fascinatingly complex. Teams like Denver with Nikola Jokic or Phoenix with Adri Ayton and Kevin Durant now present unique challenges. Does Gafford chase Jokic in the pick-and-roll, conceding mid-range looks, or does he sag off and dare Denver to feast from the elbow? Against the Suns, can he tolerate Durant's length and Ayton's speed? The success of this swap hinges on LA's ability to scheme effectively and leverage Gafford's verticality without inviting a barrage of corner threes or ISO drives from shifty wings. Could the Lakers coaching staff, lauded for out-of-the-box adjustments last postseason, unlock a hybrid defense that optimizes Gafford's strengths while minimizing mismatches? Only time and a rigorous summer of preparation will tell, but perhaps the most intriguing subplot lies in how this trade influences LA's future asset management. With Doncic gone, the Lakers retain more flexibility to use their remaining first-round picks or pursue a high-upside rookie in the coming drafts. Could this herald a strategic pivot toward nurturing young talent alongside established veterans? By clearing Luka's max salary, LA might run with greater financial room to chase budding free agents or absorb expiring contracts in trades moves that could stockpile mid-tier picks and keep the franchise agile. Some draft analysts believe the Lakers could parlay this newfound cap space into acquiring a lottery-level guard or forward in 2026. Bolstering depth and setting the stage for a sustained contender cycle. So here's the bottom line. This trade represents a philosophical crossroads. Do the Lakers commit to the old-school blueprint, towering shot blockers, high pick-and-roll sets, and grinded-out playoff basketball? Or do they risk alienating the modern, positionless synergy that made them a threat in the first place? With Daniel Gafford's arrival and Luka Doncic's departure, the franchise stakes its future on a bet that size, defense, and financial flexibility will propel them deeper into June. But as history has taught us, the most carefully constructed rosters can falter without chemistry and adaptability. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe this bold pivot toward rim protection and cap agility could pay dividends provided the coaching staff unlocks Gafford's full potential and integrates him seamlessly into the offense. Yet I also worry that surrendering Doncic's creative genius leaves a void no rookie or veteran can immediately fill. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below.